know it goes live as soon as I hit the button.
So you're live.
I am live, even though it takes a second for it to show me what's...
Cool. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Joe, Tony, and Mark. We're here at Lone Wolf Paintball at our Clinton Township indoor field, starting up our weekly live show. As mentioned, we last couple weeks been running on YouTube. Today we're just kind of trying out the Facebook stream, see how well that works. Normally we have our fancier backdrop in the studio, but we got a couple private parties tonight here at the indoor, so they're using the room. So I apologize we don't have the fancy setup today, but yeah, looking forward to going over a bunch of different topics with you guys today. Kind of start off by just recapping what the videos we shot today and getting into talk some speedball. We got a special guest we'll be calling in for you guys. One of the other tournament team guys will be joining the show here in a little bit. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Mixmaster Mark.
Chicka, chicka, chicka. So yeah, so Thursdays, like Joe said, is our day that we come to the indoor and pro shop and film our videos. Last week we filmed almost 10 videos, I think it was. We had Matt Treninko in from Detroit Paintball. He helped out, brought a bunch of cool stuff. And then today we filmed our normal 4. I know you guys are all impatient, like, where's it coming, when's it coming out? But I've got so many videos and only, technically 4 days to put them out. And if I gave you guys 9 goggle lens changing videos in a row, you'd probably stop watching. So I'd like to split it up, mix it up. So today we filmed, what did we start with?
How to program, one of the ones everybody wanted to see on YouTube is how to program the Proto Rise or the Proto Rail. So that was the first video Tony shot. Went through the gun, full breakdown on how to get into programming mode, how to change your modes, how to check your settings, all that type of stuff. So, and then secondly, we did that. We did the other things a lot of guys looking for is the A5 video, how to put an E-grip on an A5. So Tony went through, we did that one. Then what else did you shoot?
What did
Rise, the A5, the how to put a speed feed on a die LTR,
Speed feed, yes.
Or the original rotor, we did that one. And then what was the 4th one we shot?
Sorry, it was only a couple hours ago. But
Yeah, it's been so long. Think about that, because last week with Matt, he brought in some classic gear, so we were going to run
Pod packs, angels,
pod
stuff
packs,
like that.
guns. Yeah, maybe we'll do a series if it gets a good response on that kind of stuff. We filmed so much. We filmed how to fill a pod properly and not break your paint.
Correct.
That was fun. Man, we put up
Efficiency
so much
videos. I mean, we shoot so many videos, it's hard to keep track of what we did this week, what we did last week. There's a lot of videos that Mark has in the queue that he's hopefully working diligently on to get edited, prepared, and sent to you guys out there. So
question for the people watching already. Tomorrow's video is either going to be an overview and efficiency test of the LV 1.5 from Planet Eclipse, or we've got kind of an overview on the new Push Unite goggle,
yes,
right? That's the proper name for it, that Matt brought in so we could check it out, and I think we're going to get some of those in stock in the near future. So let us know in the comments if you'd rather see the LV 1.5 video first or the Push goggle overview first, and maybe that'll sway our opinion which one we should release first.
We did today. Sorry guys, sorry to cut MC Mark off. Chicka chicka. We shot the SL video today.
Yes,
the tank. The new Ninja came out with not a new tank per se, but a little bit lighter version of their current super light SL tank that's on the market. It's a couple ounces lighter. We shot a video of that, and that's all I was going to say.
You got to watch to find out how.
I'm going to leave it up to you guys to watch the videos. Go to our YouTube channel. And what's that? Lone Wolf PBMI or?
Yep. Yeah. YouTube.com/Lone Wolf PBMI. Hit that subscribe button, ring the little notification bell, all that fun stuff, so you always get the latest videos.
So for any viewers out there, Ninja came out with a little slightly different version of their tank. Go over to the YouTube channel, check it out. Mark will have that out, I don't know, sometime soon, hopefully.
At some point. If you'd like to help choose which videos that I've already filmed with the
Comment
guys.
below, let them know.
Well, comment below as well, but also run over to our
Patreon.
Patreon account, patreon.com/lonewolfpb. We've signed up. We've got little donation things. Supply. Send us $1 a month, up to $25 a month. Lots of little perks and extras. And one of those things that you get to help do is I put a list up every now and then that says, hey, these are all the videos in the queue that I haven't released yet. Which ones do you want to see first? So like everybody was chomping at the bit for the red, white, and blue montage. That got bumped up a little sooner. Some guys wanted to see the why do you paintball videos, so those got moved up a little sooner. So you can kind of be like, hey, I want to see that, and if I get enough people like, yeah, let's see that, then I'll push it out faster. And that's one of the benefits of being a Patreon member. We take your feedback just a little bit more seriously than the just a casual viewer. And then, like I said, if you stay a subscriber, you can get
yearly gifts and things like that.
Yeah, gifts, shirts, signs, names on the website, plaque in the in-store, all kinds of fun stuff. We'll do a full video on the Patreon in the near future. Probably film that next week, I would imagine. But cool. Let's see here. We got a few questions real quick. Let me see anything.
I read earlier on Facebook, I don't know if that you saw that, to tackle that question or not. It's a new outdoor location. Did you see that comment?
I did. I saw
Okay.
that. I think that'll be one we'll save for near the end of the show. I know that's a popular thing. Everybody wants to know what's going on with the Mt Clemens field and any potential changes in the outdoor arrangements.
Yeah, we can cover that a little bit closer to the end. So, but
Yeah, I've got a couple gear questions on here. Roberto and George and Ryan, guys, got some good questions. I'm taking notes. We will answer a lot of these near the end of the show. If we hit a dull or lull, we'll squeeze them in there. So basically what's going to happen is we want to kind of recap what we were filming for the day, kind of give you guys a preview of what's potentially coming down the pipeline, do a little bit about local news and paintball industry type stuff that you might be interested in, little short segments, and then have a nice meaty chunk, which today we're going to be talking about Speedball in general, tournament play, maybe starting a team, some of the follies and pitfalls that you don't want to stumble into. We've got a couple guests today. Joe, you want to tell them who our guests are real quick?
yeah, so joining us today, like Mark said, it's going to be the big chunk of today's show. We'll be talking about Speedball tournament play. We have the NXPL North Indy Open coming up next weekend. For those of you who don't know, NXPL was started by myself and Chris Dixon up at Crew Paintball. This is our third season now. The first couple of years we had all the events were just in Michigan, so this is our first time reaching out. That event's going to be at Blast Camp Paintball in Hobart, Indiana. So if you guys haven't heard of Blast Camp, they got a killer field out there, awesome scenarios, and they got a handful of really good tournament teams, Blast Camp Revolution. So Virgil, who is the owner of Blast Camp, will be calling in here in just a little bit. We'll start talking about, like I said, the North Indy Open next weekend. Virgil, you guys that are from the Michigan area, a lot of you guys have traveled out there, but for the guys that don't know him, he'll kind of introduce himself, talk about Blast Camp, why, what draws him to the Speedball play and things like that. So Virgil will be joining us to kind of give you guys a little preview of what to expect at Blast Camp next weekend. And then we have Dean from the Motor City Reapers. He'll be joining us. The Motor City Reapers are a newer tournament team in the area. They've been playing out of Lone Wolf for a while here now. Those guys have been practicing hard. They actually played the IMS last weekend out at TC and ended up taking first place. So, those guys have been working hard and it's paying off. So they'll be, be nice to get some input from them. They're obviously going through all that type of stuff that it takes to get a team rolling and, getting organized and getting on a practice schedule and, getting guys in sync to end up on the podium. So, so we'll have Virgil be calling in here in a little bit. It's Dean, and we'll be talking about some Speedball stuff. And like Mark said, answering your questions at the end and going over a few other items. So
yeah, and so send us your questions, put them in the chat. We are going to set up later so that you guys can potentially call in and actually be in the live stream as well. Let us know some future live stream ideas. We were thinking about doing an all ref episode about getting into reffing and some of the things that go along with doing that. We were going to talk about doing a whole live stream about media. For those of you out there that want to, take better pictures, how do you get onto the fields, what you have to go through to be a legit paintball photographer and not kind of laughed at. We were talking about doing a women in paintball. We've got a lot of a lot of the ladies, even just locally, that play quite often at our local field. So just a few different subjects that looking at down the line. So with that said, we're going to move on to a little bit of snippets, some of the stuff in the news you guys might have seen. Number one thing on the docket here is the atomic pickle. What the heck's an atomic pickle?
What is an atomic pickle?
When you say it, it sounds like it's like a really big spicy pickle. Like I think of atomic fireball, but a pickle. Like it doesn't sound anything like paintball. So when we first heard it, and I was like, I'm like, you sure that was on a paintball website?
Is that part of our shoot it or eat it?
Or like, was that one of those like dark internet pages and Mark explores at night, or you know what? So
I don't know what this guy.
I think Tony's got some info on it. So.
The atomic pickle, which they've been trying to do prototypes for the last months and months. I don't know, it could have been years, but they just came. I've been aware of it for the last couple months. It is an indoor projectile that has actually holes in it. So for anybody out there who's completely clueless to, let's say, paintball or reballs. Paintball is a gelatin capsule with paint on the inside. A reball is a completely rubber paintball with no fill, no nothing, all rubber, size of a normal paintball. This atomic pickle projectile is actually, it's almost like a hollow, it's a hollow paintball with holes on each side. It's almost like probably eight holes within it that you can shoot out of a normal paintball gun. There's no paint. It's not completely hard, so it's super flexible when it hits a surface. And these guys are trying to come out and kind of take the market by storm for replacing reballs and really introducing like indoor safe quote unquote paintball. So this is coming from them, not me. If you go to their website, I don't know, I think it could be atomicindustries.com or just Google Atomic Industries. What they're doing with these projectiles is they're trying to promote safe, friendly, and good ways to practice indoors or just have fun indoors without taking the serious paintball aspect.
So with this, like, is it, because like the couple videos I've seen that pop up on Facebook, it was like, do you want to play paintball in your office? And guys are like goofing around. So is it kind of geared towards just like messing around, or like doing snap shooting, or is it like, you know, like reball fields got popular in the early to mid 2000s? Is this something they're trying to like bring where people actually play reball how they used to, or is just like
they're bringing it both ways? They want to bring the fun without trying to be so serious and have to wear all of the like ASTM standard mask. You could have a lower end mask with what they're saying with these super flexible paintballs, and also training aspect.
So they're squishy?
Yes, they're
squishy. Not like a wiffle ball, not hard with just a bunch of holes.
It's like a wiffle ball, but it's rubber.
So it's a wiffle. Yeah, I've seen the pictures. It's a wiffle ball in the concept of the holes, but it's definitely a little squishy.
It's squishy. It's rubber squishy, but holes like a wiffle ball, so it can shoot out of a normal paintball gun. Even an electronic loader. They did a test the other day with an Empire X 2.0, and they were able to shoot around 20 to 30 paintballs out of a hopper, even in a ramping mode, without any misfunction or jamming. So they're for snap shooting, and they're also for indoor training, or however you want to do it indoors. It's not going to damage your walls, and there's not going to get paint everywhere. So
did it say, like, what is the velocity travel if it's got holes in it and it's not as heavy as a paintball?
I didn't do that much research. I don't think it's going to get near the 300 feet per second like a paintball. Exactly.
Just because you would think obviously the air's cutting through it.
It's more for training and just more towards indoor type fun.
So almost like a low impact reball, essentially.
Correct. Yes.
Even when you got hit with the reball, it's like you'd still feel everyone's gun shot a little bit slower, but it was a solid piece of rubber. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I know those videos been popping up lately on Facebook. So
they're trying to really get their product out there. They just left the prototype phase, and they're trying to actually. I think they're actually coming to market with this product. These rubber wiffle ball style paintballs that you can shoot indoors. Apparently, once again, this is coming from them, not me. You can shoot indoors without any paint, without any damage to your indoor walls or blinds or anything like that. So
we'll have to get some so we can.
I'm gonna test them out. So for sure.
Yeah, I can see a lot of practical jokes happening with that when somebody whips out an LV 1.5. Like,
do you have a camera viewable?
Yeah, I
you put it up.
Could they? I don't know if anybody can. Can you see it, Mark?
Yeah. No.
This is what they look like.
Yeah, let's have it on the smaller one.
Oh, you already did. Okay.
Yeah, but just so they have a reminder. So just think of them as like squish, squish, squish.
Super squishy, super rubbery, small wiffle balls, basically.
Sweet. So that's it for the Atomic Pickle. We'll have more on that when we can actually get some in our hands and have some mischief with them. Next up, Atomic 6 Projectile. What?
That's it, dude. That's what it is.
Thing?
That's what it was.
Why would you write it twice?
Because that was my notes. That was my notes. That wasn't like for you. Iron City Classic. Let's move on.
Moving on. Iron City Classic.
That was
10-man.
Old school 10-man.
So the 10-man has definitely been making a comeback in a big way. So the Iron City Classic, for those of you guys who don't know, there was a big tournament held last weekend at Urban Assault in Pittsburgh. That was actually where they used to hold the old professional league, the NPPL, however we call it, the NIPL, National Professional Paintball League. That was where they held one of the old Philly Open events years and years ago. Cool hyperball fields, woods ball field, the legendary mounds field. For any of you guys that have been around paintball, you've ever seen one of the push videos, you've seen the mounds, the hyperball, that type of stuff. So, there's paintball, in my opinion, it's kind of come full circle now. It's come back to where a lot of guys, the autocockers are cool again, and the woods play and the hyperball and getting down on that, and just the old 10-man format. A lot of guys that have played it loved it. It's just something different. It's just a lot more chaos with 20 guns rolling off the break instead of 10. It makes a big difference. But so Tim Montrosser is actually a guy that started playing around here, professional player now. He's played on Philly and Houston Heat and Tampa Bay Damage now. He lives in the Pittsburgh area, and this was kind of his baby. Wanted to bring it back. He did an awesome job. I think they had 18 teams out there. Some of the most legendary guys to ever take the field. Billy Saransky, Danny Love. A lot of old school heroes and whatnot.
They brought back Todd Martinez. All sorts of guys.
Yeah. So that was a big event. The Philly Americans ended up winning that event. They ended up beating Image 95, which was Billy and Danny and Rabikoff and Opie, all those guys. So if anyone's been around paintball for a while, you'll know all those names. But so that was really cool. The 10-man is really getting popular again. We're actually going to be putting together a 10-man team for the Chicago Open that's coming up in the NXL in September. So we'll be out there playing 10-man, doing videos and whatnot. But it's awesome to see, in my opinion. I mean, that's Tony and I grew up in this, just looking at those guys as little kids, and just being in awe, seeing the Chris Lasoyas and the Rocky Cagnonis and all those guys playing on those legendary hyperball fields. So
now something. What did they have a set division with this 10-man?
Open. Yeah, just open. And anyone was allowed to play. And that's how it used to be. Paintball, it used to be like rookie, novice, and pro. Nowadays, now you got 7 different divisions: D4, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1. Pro. Back then that's how paintball used to be. It was just everybody played, and no one.
2 or 3 divisions, and
but then there was no room to whine because everybody was used to playing with the better players.
Well, that's how you all ultimately got better, was playing against better players. Go figure that.
Yeah, and that's even how tournaments used to run. But yeah, this event, the Iron City Classic, was open, and
it was all mechanical. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Well, it was mechanical, unlimited mechanical, or if you wanted to use an electronic gun, the guns had to be capped at 5 a second. So that was one of the things in Tim's videos. Okay. If you go on the Iron City Classic Facebook page, like I said, Tim did an awesome job kind of updating people, letting them know. But yeah, so with the rules for that event, it was either you played, you got to use your new style electronic gun, which obviously had the advantages of being, small and light and things like that. But or you could
take that.
Oh no, it was actually Virgil getting ready. So I'll be calling him back shortly. But yeah, so you either use your electronic gun capped at 5, or you used a cocker, or you used an auto mag or something like that, where you could definitely shoot faster than 5. So you had to kind of pick and choose. So
any chance we'll do any 10-man tournaments at the Mt Clemens field? I know it's a little tight because you need a bigger field. At least a little bit.
Yeah, plus you could do the woods and things like that. So yeah, it's a possibility. I mean, it's definitely been making a comeback. So
let us know if that interests you, and maybe we can try and run some of those.
Cool. But it looks like Virgil's about ready, so I'm going to give him a call here. We kind of move on and do the going to start talking about the NXPL and everything like that.
Sounds good. I can't read Tony's chicken scratch anyway, so. This guy.
Exactly, this guy.
Hey, Virgil, can you hear me?
Hi, I can, yes.
Cool, awesome. So, all right, guys. Well, yeah, for everyone that doesn't know, we got Virgil on the phone, who is the owner of Blast Camp Paintball. Like we mentioned earlier, we're going to be hosting the NXPL North Indy Open at his field next weekend. Hobart, Indiana, from the guys coming from Michigan. It's only a couple hours drive. They're in northern Indiana. So, without further ado, kind of hand it over to Virgil. You kind of introduce yourself, maybe talk about Blast Camp a little bit, and some, whatever else you think.
Sure. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me on. My name's Virgil. I've owned Blast Camp Paintball since 2009. The facility itself is going on its 29th season. So, man, we started in 1988. That's pretty insane when you think about that, how many years a paintball facility like this has been open at the same spot. But yeah, so I've owned it since 2009 and, totally into it. Our facility is a decommissioned Nike missile base. So officially its designation is Nike Missile Base C-47. And it was, part of the Russian, Cold War and stuff. It was here to defend Chicago and the steel mills from the Russians had they came over. So thankfully we never needed it.
Yeah, a lot of history behind that. So how long have you been in paintball? Did you get into? Did you just get into paintball then? I mean, have you been playing forever? What was your story?
Well, retail management in the retail like electronics industry. So I was more of a business guy. But my brother had managed Blast Camp here for 3 or 4 years.
All right.
I'd been out and played a few times. We went to a couple events and different things. And I was always into it, but never, really hardcore. So once I decided I was kind of looking to buy a business, he's like, well, Blast Camp's not for sale, but the guys have done it for 21 years and they're in their 70s. So why don't you talk to them? And man, I came up here and first time I walked on the field, it just had that like, oh my God.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, obviously. So, that's awesome.
It was so exciting. So, 6 months later, we worked out a deal, and the rest is history.
So you guys run a lot of scenario games out of Blast Camp, obviously. We've toured your facility briefly. What got you into running tournament games?
Well, really, my love for competition. I'm a fierce competitor, man. I love the competition side of the game. I mean, it's all about having fun for the recreation part, and that's very fulfilling too. But like I say, I love the competition of it. So that's the first part. The second part is that we had a lot of younger players here, and what I would see is they're here and until they get 14, 15, 17, 18, then they get competitive, and they had to go off to other fields to follow their dreams there and, get on a speedball team and do that kind of stuff. So I'm like, man, I don't want these younger players, having to go to other fields. So, making the tournament area and back, invest in the money there, making that right, running air back there and the netting and all the stuff was that. Then the third part of it was my son. My son's 15. He's been playing, as you'd imagine, like every weekend since he's been 9 years old, So once he started to show an interest in speedball, then it just kind of sealed the deal for me. I gotta invest and upgrade the facility.
Nice, that's cool. Yeah, you guys, we're definitely looking forward to hosting that event out there. Like Mark had said, we'd stopped out of Blast Camp the first time I'd been there. It was on our way to Living Legends actually this May. So it was we did a quick little live video that's still on our Facebook page. But like Virgil said, I mean, I've never been to any field like it. I've been to tons of fields and whatnot, but the fact that it is on an old decommissioned missile base, I mean, it's pretty cool. So I know you guys have. This weekend is Red Strike for you, right? Your biggest scenario game of the year.
Yeah, this is the final Red Strike, so it'll be the last year we're running this event, and it's basically the story of the base. I mean, Russian, American, Cold War type stuff. Awesome. Of course, we're going to have Viper out. It's exciting. It's been awesome to work with him for the past 6 years, but we're expecting an insane amount of people here. It's going to be stuffed in this place.
Yeah, I can imagine. So no, that would be. Yeah, it would be a great time, so that's for sure.
Yeah. target-rich environment, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, I couldn't be more excited to have you guys out. Also, we're in Indiana, Northwest Indiana, but we're still really kind of considered Chicagoland. So
Right.
all the teams that are in Illinois, Chicago, and played the CPL and the MPPL and all these other leagues out this direction, I was excited to see them mix it up with your guys. All the teams up that direction.
I
So
think
it should
we
be fun.
currently have, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, the most teams signed up and ready to go for this next event that we've had in quite some time.
Yeah, so the turnout, and that was our Chris and I's goal. Like I said, we started this league back in 2015, and kind of been growing it the last couple of years. But this year we wanted to widen the net a little bit, kind of bring in some more players and whatnot. So the guys around here weren't always just mixing it up with the same teams. And the sign up thus far has definitely panned out. Like Virgil said, with them kind of being so close to Chicago, but still close enough for the Michigan teams. All the guys that have been dedicated to our series thus far are signed up. I think maybe all but one. So everyone's making the trip out there. They're definitely looking forward to playing with some new guys. And your location's perfect. Being in Indiana with a big player base in Chicago, we got a lot of teams signed up. So this is going to hands down probably be the biggest NXPL event of the season. We have a championship back here in October, so hopefully some of those guys will like what we do and how we operate as a league, and make the trip back up to Michigan for the last one. So
absolutely, I think it's brilliant idea. I'm excited to be a part of it. I think that when players always talk about we wish field owners would work together and blah blah blah. This is a perfect example of that.
Yep.
I mean, we're just far enough apart that a lot of these teams will travel, but they're experiencing a new field, a new area, so works out great.
yeah.
So, real quick, can one of you talk about how you met Virgil, or how you guys got connected to begin with? Like, what brought you together?
Yeah, so originally, so Chris was the one who kind of who first made contact with Virgil. They'd started working. Chris had started talking to him, seeing if he was interested. So they kind of, I guess that's how Virgil originally got brought on board. And like I said, Chris and I have had a great relationship, and everything keeps working well together. We're all about growing the sport, like Virgil said, field owners working together, pooling our resources, and all that type of stuff. So.
Okay, second thing. So NXPL is coming up quick. When's the official deadline for registration?
Yes, so the official deadline is going to be the Thursday before the event, so that's going to be next Thursday, 11:59 p.m. If you're not signed up and paid by then, unfortunately you have to miss out. So, like I said, the 5-man division is pretty much about maxed out on teams. The X-Ball, we got 5 teams signed up right now, and I know we'll probably end up seeing at least another 1 or 2 for that. So make sure you guys do get signed up. You can jump on NXPLevents.com or go right to the APPA website. That's where you officially register and pay. So you guys can jump on there and actually get signed up. So.
All right, important things. What are the prizes for the event at Blast Camp?
So the prizes for the event at Blast Camp, same as all the other events. For the Division 4 and Division 5 X-Ball, first prize is 10 cases of paint for a future event and a free entry for a future event. Second prize is a half entry for a future event and 5 cases of paint. And then third place is 5 cases of paint. No discounted entry. Awesome trophies too. We got some real cool trophies made up. And then for the X-Ball division, first place is $750 cash. And then that's going to be $750 cash, and then you get 20 cases of paint for the next event. So I'm pulling up my cheat sheet, and then second place is $300 cash and 10 cases, and third place is $150 cash and 5 cases. We definitely have some awesome prizes lined up for the guys. And then some other info on the event. So everybody knows, so the event is a 2-day event. Runs on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be the 5-man division, so if you're just playing 5-man, you'll play all day Saturday. Prelims, finals, so all that will be on Saturday. And then X-Ball is just on Sunday, so same thing. Prelims, finals are all on one day, so if you want to play 5-man and X-Ball, you can, which would be great. And then one of the other cool things Virgil had offered up, I know he's going to run a discount for players. Like he said, his scenario fields out there are, second to none. I mean, I've never seen a field like that. So cool thing, Blast Camp's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll let Virgil talk a little more about that, but if you guys are interested in playing his fields, I know he's offering a couple discounts and all that. If you want to kind of go over that for him, Virgil.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, if somebody wants to camp, free camping, primitive kind of camping out here, we do have a shower, that kind of stuff. Lots of hotels very close, everything from $35 a night up to $135 a night. But as far as the paintball play, like Joe mentioned, we're going to be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 9 to 4. So if you're here for an extra day or whatever and you want to play, it'll be free entry. And we'll do a paint deal. I think it was $55 is what we decided on paint for that, or $15 a bag. I also want to mention that we'll have the field set up Friday, or I should say you guys will have the field set up when you get down here. So we're going to do a practice Friday night. So any of the teams want to come down Friday and practice on the actual layout, we'll do something Friday night, have paint specials and the whole deal.
Cool. Yeah. We'll be down there early Friday morning. Probably getting there maybe around probably maybe 10 o'clock your time or so, and we'll start getting the field set up. And yeah, like he was saying, anybody that does want to practice Friday night at the at Blast Camp on the actual field layout, we'll be more than welcome to do so. Get a hold of Virgil over at Blast Camp, and he'll get you guys set up. So
what
and free lunch.
Oh, free lunch! Yeah, we forgot it. Yeah, so Saturday and Sunday, Virgil's nice enough to be doing hot dogs, chips, stuff like that, I believe, and doing a barbecue for everybody. So any of the players on Saturday and Sunday, free lunch for you guys. So that was a nice little perk. Definitely appreciate you doing that for the guys. So,
what field layout are we running?
So the field layout itself is just WPBO put out. They put out 18 to 20 different
layout 16.
Layout number 16 for 2017. If you look, but yeah, we posted that. Blast Camp crew had it set up last weekend for teams to practice. This weekend we'll have it up as well. We're doing our big all-you-can-shoot at the Mt Clemens Outdoor this Sunday. So if anybody does want to come and check out the all-you-can-shoot, tons of players out for that practice. So. But yeah, field layout has been posted on the Facebook page for a little while now. So
awesome. Virgil, we got a question on the live chat. Ryan wants to know, is it turf at your field or is there actually grass that we're playing on?
It is natural grass.
All right, grass. There you go, guys. So be prepared to slide and have some fun.
Is this good right here?
Yeah, jump on in. So
sneak on in.
What's going on, guys?
Good
to see you.
What's going on? So for the guys that are watching live right now, we got Dean from the Motor City Reapers just came on in here. We'll be kind of talking about it. So you guys have so we're live with Virgil on the phone. He's actually the field owner at Blast Camp. So
all right.
So you guys are what? So you guys are sending 2 teams to Blast Camp next weekend, right?
That's right. We got 2 teams ready to go right now. We're going to be camping out there, and we're really excited about this experience.
Cool. So you got we at least got some campers for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
But cool. So yeah. So you guys just like I said, you guys ended up we're playing IMS last weekend, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. Then ended up doing pretty well. I heard. So.
It was a great tournament. They always run a good competition out there. So it was nice to get out there, and it was good to have our first win. We're working really really hard, and it's nice to finally see it pay off.
Nice. Well, that's cool. So. But hopefully you guys can carry that over next weekend at Blast Camp and end up on the podium as well. So
we're trying.
I'm sorry, I wasn't us watching this. What division are you guys playing?
We are Division 5.
Division 5,
Mm-hmm.
and you're coming out to Blast Camp with us next weekend?
Yep, we got two squads coming out.
Awesome. So you're going to compete against each other, possibly?
It depends on how the scheduling shakes up. So far, every time we send 2 teams, we end up playing each other. It's kind of just luck of the draw.
Awesome. So what drew you to getting into Speedball and playing tournament play in general, or did you guys all come from previous teams? Give us a little backstory.
Well, I think for pretty much all of us, we all have a very similar story. We all started out just like everybody else in the woods, with the talon, the plastic pump, getting after each other out there, and through some accident you end up playing a game of Speedball and you just hooks yourself, just hooks you in. For me personally, I know my girlfriend took me here for my 30th birthday, and it's been maybe 7 years since I played, and immediately all that came rushing back, and I decided we got to do something with this.
Nice.
Very cool. So how many people on your team total?
Right now we have 11 guys.
Okay.
We're trying to find a total of 12. That's our pressure point right there.
That if dragons don't work out, maybe you can. Well, you
Come on,
might be a little too far out.
Feel free. We got one guy right now, Kyle Mankiewicz. He's kind of coaching us at the moment, but he's showed some interest in playing, so we'll see if he's willing to pop on.
Cool.
So with like I said, we'll have the North Indy Open next weekend. Looks like for anybody that does want to sign up. So cool. We got anything else for Virgil? Any other questions or anything like that? Or?
No, Virgil, real quick, if you want to let everybody know where they can find out more about you and Blast Camp real quick, and then we'll let you get on with your day.
Absolutely. Well, blastcamp.com is our website, and of course all the social media stuff at Blastcamp for our Instagram page, and Blastcamp Paintball and Airsoft on Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you guys for having me online. I couldn't be more excited about working with you. It's going to be an awesome weekend next weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So
we will talk to you and see you soon.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take it easy. Bye.
All right, so if you guys want to lose the earplugs, you don't need them in anymore. So,
We're stoked about that one. That's going to be an exciting tournament.
Yeah, no, it's fun. So glad to have you guys on board. Sending both of your lines out there. So, but
For you guys, go ahead.
Oh no,
I was going to say, for you guys that don't know, once again, since Virgil's off the phone now and we're kind of back in just Michigan reality here, these guys are the Motor City Reapers. They practice at least once or twice a week. Indoor, outdoor, it doesn't matter. These guys are out there putting their heart and soul into the game. They started from woods ball, and now they're building up to the tournament scene. For people that are out there watching, if you want to learn how to start from the bottom and end up getting towards the top, a lot of practice, a lot of dedication. These guys from the Reapers know what it takes. They've got a coach out there every weekend writing down what they did right, what they did wrong, going over footage that Mark provided for them via drone. Once again, check out the Patreon. These guys are up and coming, so definitely check them out.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that. A big shout out to Bryce. He's our coach. We don't give him much, and he does it for the love of the game. So we're really happy, that he's coming out for us. Yeah.
So that's one of the questions. Like Tony and I even did a video on YouTube a while ago. Is people ask how do I start a paintball team? So like I said, so you guys came out, you played open play. You kind of started like everybody else, got hooked in, and decided like, all right, I'd like to play a tournament. So what kind of explain to the guys? Like I said, it's just like you guys have been run up about a year now or so.
Yeah, actually, we're going on about 6 months, so we're still very young.
Yeah, not even that. So yeah, a lot of progress. So maybe kind of give the guys that are watching a little idea of what did you guys do to get your team going? Was just like, hey, I'm playing at the field. All right, you're here. Just you kind of start meeting a couple guys and meet here next Friday. And so how did it? How did you go from 0 to now?
Yeah, we had a very very small core with just my brother and me, but. From there, it's all about finding people that you share the same values with.
All right.
People that you can hang out with as friends first, and it makes it really easy to make those other decisions. And it's also helpful to find people that can make the commitment in time and money. It's
a lot of it is a lot of time. There's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants the fame and the glory and being on standing on the podium, but a lot of people don't realize how much time it truly takes with everybody has life kind of getting in the way with school and work and relationships,
kids and wives and whatever,
children and all that. So
and I'm grateful for my guys. We got all that going on. We got kids running around. We get together. There's wives all over the place, and they still show up. Every week very consistently. They're putting the time and money in, and I really appreciate that. I just can't say enough.
It's hard to find, man.
Yeah,
it's hard
really
to find.
It's rare.
So it's you guys. So you guys are pretty organized. You got a coach. You got everything. You guys got a weekly practice schedule. I know you're usually here every Thursday nights at the indoor for guys that want to come and mix it up with doing drills, practicing, working on things and whatnot. They come out to a lot of our practices as well. Like I mentioned, we got the big all-you-can-shoot this weekend, this Sunday at the Mt Clemens Outdoor. If you haven't been to one of our all-you-can-shoots, it is exactly that. I bring out an entire van full of paint, normally full skid, 120 cases of paint, and $70 a guy. Get there at 9 to set up. Games start at 10 and run till 3. And we just play point after point after
So
point.
5 hours straight from 10 to 3. You are shooting as much paint as you can possibly shoot.
Yep.
There's no hidden fees, hidden this or that. If you can play from 10 to 5 or 10 to 3, you're going to play from 10 to 3.
It's a whole new level of practice. It's a whole new level to be able to do that.
So I'm curious on some teams. I have like average Joes. They have Jeff. They always call him coach, but Jeff actually plays, right? And he kind of helped develop the team and bring it up. You guys brought Bryson after the fact, if I'm correct.
Strictly coach.
Strictly
As a coach.
So what was your thoughts behind the reasoning to do that, and how much difference do you think that's made in your progress as a team?
Well, Bryce has always been up here and has kind of helped us out on the side, little things here and there, just playing. But to have him formally with us and going over film and helping us with our technique and all that has really just taken us to a next level. I mean, we can coach each other, but we only have a certain amount of experience between, the 10 of us or whatever. To bring that extra person on who knows a lot more than us can give us that edge that we are missing. And so it's really great to be able to have that.
Yeah, as I noticed, when you guys are out at practices, I mean, these guys are taking it real seriously. Mark's, doing a lot of drone footage for them. Like he had mentioned, they sit down on Thursdays a lot. They review the footage from the practices, kind of start breaking it down, where things went wrong. And I know he's out there with his clipboard with play sheets, and on top of the media tower we have out there, just writing down stuff, in between games, talking to you guys and all that. So
and he's so smart with that stuff. We actually, we went from just playing points every Thursday, and now we're having an hour and a half film session. He's showing us pros. He's bringing up our footage with, Mark's footage. It's very good, by the way. It's some of the best footage I've seen, and there's so much you can see and so much you can get from it. So he really puts a lot of energy into helping make us better.
Nice, that's awesome. So
it's an important question. What kind of guns are you guys running?
Oh, the important stuff right there.
Everybody wants to know the gear. What's in the gear bag?
For me, I bought the slime green shocker right off the wall in here. I'm really, really happy for my brother Adam. He just got a custom painted from Pooty, the CS 1.5.
Nice.
Team colors. Used it last week.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture of that floating around on Facebook.
Yeah. It's beautiful. He sent the guy the jerseys and said, "Hey, make it these colors," and it turned out perfect. It's a beautiful, beautiful gun. Anybody who's ever seen Zach Sigler up here, they know he has his 18 guns, all of them top notch. The best you can buy team guns. So far, the Vanquish 2.0 seems to be the most popular one.
Your favorite.
Cool. For the team, anyways.
Huh. Awesome. So we had an earlier question. We had the NXL 2 vs. 2 that was supposed to take place at the Mt Clemens Outdoor.
Yeah.
Didn't get enough teams signed up. We had a viewer, Ryan, asked, do we think the 2 vs. 2 is a good way to grow the sport? Or is it kind of just a niche, a little trinkety kind of thing that, people like it, people don't like it?
I mean, like I said, it was, it is a fun format. I watched guys play down at World Cup last year. It was really cool. Anybody that's played the events has loved it. So I think, the format itself is fine. I know they have kind of struggled with some of the local tournaments as whatnot as far as getting enough interest. It might just be that there's a ton of paintball going on. There's a lot of good leagues around Michigan, the NXPL, the IMS, like these guys are playing as well. I like the idea of it. I was completely shocked, honestly. We didn't have enough teams, especially with the cash that those guys are putting out on the table for the prize packages and whatnot. So,
well, and that's kind of what I was leading into too. Is what were your impressions about it in general, and then is it just that your schedule was too packed and you guys just didn't want to dedicate an extra weekend to just doing 2-on-2? Like, what was the reason why, like, say the Reapers didn't sign up, so that we can get kind of a player perspective of it versus a field owner,
Yeah, well, we had already committed to the IMS, and the dates were basically the same. It's out in Grand Rapids, so we have to go out and stay out there. We did have 2 guys signed up under the Reapers, but they chose to go under a different Reapers for some reason. But they were signed up, so we had people that wanted to play it. You know, I was kind of shocked to see it not go through too. I figured with 2 people, I mean, that's easy to get 2
Not
people
hard to get a
together,
team
you know?
together. You
Exactly.
got 2 people.
But, you know, with paintball, the players are kind of traditionalists, I feel. You know, if there's some sort of new format, they're going to freak out about it at first, you know, until they kind of figure it out.
Yeah, that too. So
Okay, then I guess the follow-up then for everybody in general, is there a different format or something in your opinions that would boost paintball in kind of a short-term way? Like, you know, maybe if they promoted more state-ran 5-mans, or maybe if we did something else. Is there something, like, as a player's perspective, and especially an up-and-coming team, that you guys would like to see happen to really promote and increase the exposure for the sport?
I mean, personally, I'd love 5-man the way it is. I think that the rules themselves are fun. They're interesting for us. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't be able to pull so many people to put their time and energy into it. I love 3-mans. I wish there were more of them. That's something I wish we had more. I know we get a lot during the winter, but to see some more of those during the you know, the regular season would be pretty good too.
yeah, 3-man tournaments always seem to do well. So I would have thought. I mean, the 2-man's real easy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, only need one buddy.
And good cash prizes and not very high entry fees and.
But yeah, no,
Can't have it all.
the 3-man format has always been pretty successful. So maybe that was part of it. I mean, I'm sure those guys at the NXL will do some tweaks next year to kind of make it a little bit bigger. But whoever wins that world championship prize at the end of the year, that $50,000 is going to be pretty. I think that'll honestly change. That'll change a lot of people's perspective on it too when they actually see 2 guys holding up a $50,000 check, splitting that down the middle. So I think that might be the carrot that everybody needs to
huge.
actually.
Yeah,
see.
if you got $25,000, I mean, as of one player, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's a good day. That's a real good. that's a real good
I'd
day
do
of
it for
paintball.
$25,000.
So,
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yep.
So we're coming up on the section of the show, like I said, that we try to answer questions from the viewers.
Alright.
If you guys have any, send them in. We'll hit as many of them as we can. I've got a few already.
Cool.
We touched base on the NXL 2vs2 and possibly growing the sport that way or an alternative. So another one here, Jerome wants to know, what's a good set of pads for bigger guys?
So the pads we sell here, we've always liked the Exalt stuff. That performs really well. The Empire as well. But yeah, the Exalt stuff, the Free Flex line. We sell a ton of the knee pads, elbow pads. Real great padding. Same stuff I use personally. I'm definitely fit the bill of a bigger guy. So I do like the Exalt Free Flex stuff really well. So.
That's what I wear.
Same thing.
Exalt Free Flex.
Well, I'm not
That's where I'm
watching
at.
what you're got
That's
on
what
there.
you haven't checked me out. You haven't checked them out, bro. You haven't checked out the gun show. Exalt Free Flex for the win.
Yeah, no, I wear the same exact thing.
Awesome. All right, next one, and Roberto wants to know CS 1.5 or the LV 1.5.
We actually have a versus. I can handle this one. We have a versus video coming out whenever Mark decides to put it out there. But you should watch that. Do you think I should give him a good answer right now? It's more personal preference. I'll just give you that. Really, they're both excellent guns. One's $500 more than the other.
It does come with extra little bells and whistles.
Dude, they're both great guns. You're not going to go wrong with either one. One's a spool valve, one's a poppet. So,
Me personally, I like the LV 1.5. I think he kind of.
I shoot a spool valve gun. You shoot
I'm
a
a spool valve
spool
guy.
valve gun. I mean, either or. Planet Eclipse makes excellent products.
Another little teaser. If you watch the LV1 video, is that we're going to put out tomorrow?
I think that's going to be
The LV1 efficiency test. You see, it blew me away how many.
Head over
bucks
to he's not going to tell you, but head over to our YouTube channel, and we're going to be releasing a video tomorrow on the LV 1.5, and just wait to see how many pods this gun can shoot. It's going to blow your mind.
I think the Patreon gets early access to those videos.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's already
yeah.
posted.
Something to
Patreon's
think
already
about.
gotten it.
Did you already see it?
I didn't watch it, but I know
Okay.
it popped up in my email.
Okay.
Proud supporters.
Okay, yeah. Once again, yeah.
So the top tier Patreon supporters, and you can do this as a team. It's kind of the Reapers made it this way actually. All you can shoot practices. Some of the footage from our NXPL tournaments. You do top down drones of entire games. So it's perfect for the guys that want to watch old tape and go back and see exactly what happened, because you see the entire field in 4K. So if you've got a big enough monitor or whatnot, it fills and you can see exactly what's going on. And then I throw up a couple GoPros high up on the thing. I don't get all of D side, but I get the majority of the field too. So the ones that the drone's not there, you still get a lot of footage. And you only get access to that stuff if you're a top tier patron. And like I said, you can sign up as a team if that makes it a little easier for you. We're not that picky. Like I said, we're doing this kind of stuff to give back to the community, not to be like, I got $25 this month. It's extra time, it's extra gear.
If you saw all this gear he's got going on, $25 is
small potatoes.
Yes.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
So,
And then the footage is really good. It's been really helpful to see that broad perspective.
Where you went wrong, where you went right, that was a good move. Oh, that wasn't a good move.
And when you're this young, believe me, you're doing a lot of that, wrong thing. So.
But yeah, no, we can sit there and go back and watch it because everybody, no, I did that, and
Say, no,
it's
you
like,
didn't.
no, you definitely did that, and you sit there and watch it on film. So,
real quick, going back to the NXPL at Blast Camp, Ryan wants to know what time basically will practice run till on Friday on the field.
So yeah, I would actually have to double check with Virgil. Forgot to ask him on that. So yeah, if you guys want to reach out to Virgil or Blast Camp, give Blast Camp a call, ask to speak with Virgil, or just shoot them a message on the Facebook page. But yeah, we will be running a practice Friday night, the night before the Indy Open in Blast Camp. So
we'll be there in the morning. We're going to set the field up, and then, like he said, contact Virgil or Blast Camp directly to see, hey, when are you running practices from what time on Friday to what time?
yeah, he'll handle that, paint situation, all that. I'm sure he'll work out paint deals for teams and whatnot. But yeah, just get a hold of Blast Camp, speak with Virgil, and he'll definitely take care of you guys.
Awesome. Quick YouTube question. So in our rental gear packages, they have the option to get a longer barrel. What brand of longer barrel are you sticking on the 98?
It's either CP or a Proto. Probably mostly CP.
Yep.
So custom products, better accuracy, a little bit further distance. That's why it's an upgrade. So
Awesome. Another gear question. This guy, Ryan, has a V4 Century mask. Does it matter what lens he puts in it?
a Century, I think that would take like the old Vantage almost.
They're like the armor lens
Yes,
or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I'd have to double check. It definitely doesn't take your grill or profile or
No.
kind of more of the mainstream ones. So yeah, it would take probably takes like the armor, the Vantage type lens. So
It wouldn't be, like he said, it wouldn't be any of the grill or the current profiler lens. Wouldn't be those.
Awesome. On the Tippmann A5, is the switch a safety switch or a full auto switch?
It is on the standard semi-auto. It is the down position with the S is a safety. The upward position is just a semi-auto mode. On the E-grip, if you go from the safety all the way up to the top, it could be a full auto or a 3-shot burst. Once again, that's E-grip only. On the standard semi-auto, it's either safety or just a standard fire.
On the all-you-can-shoot events,
yeah.
How do you make money, Joe?
Oh yeah, that's
a good
He's
question.
doing it for the players,
That's a really
honestly.
good question.
Yeah, that I don't make a ton on, honestly. So yeah, like I said, it was kind of something we did years and years ago. We did it when we were running some teams, but like I said, yeah, we've been, especially with the NXPL, we've been real committed to. We're fortunate in our recreational side, our private parties. We stay incredibly busy with that. Not probably one of the busier fields around, I would definitely have to say. So, like I said, I got into paintball again because of the passion of the game, and like Virgil was saying, the competitiveness, and that's one of the reasons I really like Speedball. So, yeah, I just want to see the tournament side of it grow. Like I said, paintball's always been my hobby. So, yeah, that's kind of a side thing. I'm not. Yeah, I'm
It's not making $1 million on letting everyone all you can shoot.
Yeah. Obviously, as you can imagine, for that price, I'm not. Definitely not going to the bank with a pile of cash after that. But so yeah, it's just something I kind of do just to give back to local teams. I got a lot of awesome teams: Motor City Reapers, the Average Joes, the Tropics, and then a lot of other guys that make the travels out of here. Your Dragon Masters and some of the TCP teams, and you always get a few stray guys that sneak up here from action that don't tell anyone else they're going, just so they don't get in trouble. But, yeah, so yeah, we get a handful.
Couple of the dirty paintball guys, shout out.
Yeah, but yeah, we get a bunch of guys out there, and yeah, that's why we do it. Our all-you-can-shoot practices have been awesome. awesome every time. Like I said,
50-plus guys.
Yeah, easily 50-plus guys. And just game after game after game. I pulled the van up with a ton of paint. It's parked right next to the pit. I got air, ran right to the field. Just tons of paint sitting on the tables. Guys load up and play. Obviously, it's all you can shoot. No one worries about running out of paint. So that's why I do it. It's not my moneymaker, that's for sure. If, that's what I rely on.
Sticking on that theme, I'm a new player. I want to get into the sport. I don't have a 5-man team. I want to go do this all-you-can-shoot thing. You got the field set up. It looks really cool. How do I get on the field? Because I'm looking at tens of guys that are with their buddies, with their teams. How would you recommend I go about getting in on the game?
You just got to get there and start talking to people. Everyone's super friendly. You start asking guys, like, you might have some more of established teams out there, but a lot of guys come out in 2s and 3s, so just, best bet, start walking around the stage here in the morning, like, hey, you guys got a full team? No, we only got 3 of us. Hey, do you need another guy or so? Get out there. It's kind of the saying, closed mouths don't get fed, so just get out there and just introduce yourself. That's one of the other points of these practices, is just to start bringing these other guys out that don't have a team yet, that can, it's a great way just to meet other players and pretty much just jump in line, just being there ready to play in the field. Like I said, if you don't get yourself out there.
So find Dean and be like, hey, I saw you in the live stream on Facebook. I am such a huge fan of the Motor City Reapers. Do you think I could run in a game every now and then when you guys don't have a full 5-on-5?
Absolutely.
You can show on up.
Welcome anytime. Anytime, come on over and say hello. We'll let you run with us. I don't think we've ever turned anybody down from that.
No.
They said that they've got 11. They're looking for a 12th man, so you never know what can happen.
So show up and bring your A game. You might be the next Motor City Reaper.
Yeah, and if you see Tony or I out there, just ask us too. If we know anyone that's looking for a line. So there's always.
We'll always help you out and take a look for you. You got to ask though. If you, like Joe said earlier, if you don't say anything, we don't know that you're looking for a team. We don't know that you're by yourself. Come up, talk to one of us. We're going to have our shirts on. Say, hey, I'm here for practice. Say, I can line you up with someone that's a guy or 2 guys short. So.
Yeah, don't just stand at the net and be like.
Don't stand there and expect for people to know you, because if we don't know you, just come on up and talk to one of us. We're pretty friendly guys.
And it's not unusual. We've seen several people like that, and they work their way in. It's no problem.
And don't be embarrassed on whatever gun you might have. We had some guys running Titmans at the last one.
We did,
so,
and they were out there.
Even those, towards the end of the day, they're actually holding their own and whatnot. So a lot of improvements to be had. You just got to get out there and practice.
Cool. A couple more gear questions, and then we will be out of here. If I had a
Plursh?
If I were to get a Pro Shield, would I be able to swap out the faceplate with my E-Flex faceplate?
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
So with the JT stuff, the JT frames from the Pro Flex and the Pro Shield or whatnot will accept the bottoms from an E-Flex. So if you have an Empire E-Flex, you can put those bottoms onto a JT Pro Shield or Pro Flex frame. So you can swap those back and forth. So.
Cole says, I'm a new player that rents and I wanted to know Etha 2 or Axe. Such should I buy and what tank and hopper? Sorry about the grammar. I'm reading it exactly as it's written.
So I think actually a verse. Tony and I did a versus on the Etha and the Axe 2.0 as well.
It'll come out.
Personal preference. Once again, Mark's behind.
Yeah, I like the Axe. I've always been a fan of it. I mean, the Axe when that gun first came out, 2009-ish. The Axe took the market by storm. The Axe is the reason you have the Etha, the G-Tac, the E-Tac, all these other guns now. That was really the first really good tournament gun
for cheap
for $450. I mean, the first couple years it came out, Infamous was taking podium and winning events with the Axe. Vicious shot that for a long time and whatnot. So I've always been an Axe fan. So. But I know Tony likes PE a lot.
I like PE. No, you can't. Not gonna go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong either way. But I like the Axe.
Awesome. So I think we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks, guys.
Oh, he said tank and hopper though, real quick. Tank, carbon fiber, hopper,
tank,
level loader,
Ninja SO, hands down,
Halo
best
2,
tank.
whatever you want. Level loader, Halo 2. Saved yourself some money.
Awesome. So thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments below if you want us to keep doing the live stream on Facebook or if we should go back to them YouTube kids, because they comment a little bit more than you do. You guys kind of puttered out near the end here. So let us know. We'll check the numbers and whatnot. Either way, we go live every Thursday from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We will try to do some live streams at all our events, whether it's in Blast Camp, when we hit the NXPL tournaments. So stay tuned for those. Those will be little extra bonus videos. And as always, give us a thumbs up. Go check out the YouTube if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. You guys got anything to say? Thanks to the Reapers.
Yep.
Thanks for Dean coming on by.
Yep, thanks for Dean. Big shout out to Virgil too. Appreciate him carving some time out of his day with Red Strike this weekend. So if you're into scenario play, definitely check out Virgil's Red Strike game at Blast Camp. Awesome game. And we'll see you next weekend at the NXPL North Indy Open.
Where can people find the Reapers outside of our fields?
Right now we have an Instagram, Motor City Reapers Paintball. You can also find us on Facebook at the same name.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. Signing
off. We'll see you next week.